Hello there! Hello people! My name is Hiki, and I've come here with an idea that I feel that I have to share. This idea that I have may bring new life into Fire Emblem Heroes. And I am doing this video in English so that intelligent systems sees this. And what are the odds, right? But I have to try. Because this is of their interest. I believe that with this idea, the game will attract new players, it will retain existing ones, bring back people that have stopped playing the game because of power creep and other reasons. It will bring more value to merge projects and older units. It won't affect banner sales, and it won't be required for the devs to tone down the power creep of new units they release. Because we already have lots of PvP content. They can all remain, they are great, and yeah, great. And it will give the game more PvE content, more optional content. This, okay, sounds too good to be true, right? It is kinda too good to be true, but stick with me. It will make sense. Okay, for all of that to happen, we need to focus on arguably the best game mode on Fire Emblem Heroes, which is Seer's Snare, or in Portuguese, tocaia da Gulveig. I believe they struck gold with Seer's Snare. It's one of the most fun game modes in the game. I think it's my favorite game mode. It's a great PvE game mode, and it can be really challenging if you impose rules on yourself to make the run harder, kinda in like a Nuzlocke challenge. Okay, so let's go. We need to alter Seer's Snare and focus more on the roguelike aspect of it, and incentivize players to build teams for it by offering unique rewards. And the great thing is, the first thing I'm going to talk about is that the entire game mode as it is already perfect. We won't have to change anything that already exists. We will only have to implement more content. So we can keep the first run of the game exactly the same, the maps are exactly the same, and no changes at all. The player still gets 10 stamina to start, gets 5 more every day until 4 days after. I think it's 4 days, right? When they get to the final boss and complete the game mode. This is the base Seer Snare experience, and it will stay the same. What I'm proposing is not increasing the difficulty as in making the enemy stronger, but as handicapping the player and limiting the team compositions they can make, so that we can make different teams and think of different strategies and not rely only on the new meta unit to clear the game mode. What we are changing is adding a handicap system to make the following runs harder and introduce unique rewards. Okay, nothing too crazy. I took inspiration for the game Hades. Hades is a great game, it's a great roguelike game, and a lot of people have lots of fun with it. I had a lot of fun with it. So what does it do that can be applied here? In Hades, when you finish the first run, when you defeat Hades for the first time, you get to go again, and you get to go through the different levels of the underworld and battling different enemies. But in order to get more rewards, Zagreus, which is the protagonist, has to handicap himself and make the following runs harder. And these are rules that we can choose when we are going to start the next run. Different options that we choose and which increase the difficulty of the run. Let's see, traps now deal 5 times more damage. Enemies have more health. Yeah, these are the Hades ones that came to my mind, but we can do that with Faye. Okay, so this is how it works in Hades. Let's see an example. This is the Pact of Punishment. You add different conditions and make the run harder. And with each condition you add, the hit gauge will go up. And we can sort of replicate that in Heroes adding different conditions to make the run harder, and that will tell the difficulty of the run, and this will be a way to make the run harder and more fun. Okay, and talking about rewards, I thought about something that will make players want to play the mode and get these rewards, something that won't give too much to the players so that IS can still sell banners, sell new characters, and it's not just orbs, because it kind of sucks blocking orbs behind hard content, you know? And so this is interesting, stay with me. So this is what I thought. They can give one skill, only one, in a pretty manual, and they can name it just like the sacred seals, A and B and C, and when it goes through the alphabet it goes AA, AB, AC, and yeah. Okay, so why is it named Abyssal Manual? It has to do with the difficulty of the run based on the conditions you added to it. Let's see. If you only added a few conditions and the run difficulty was hard, the first difficulty, let's think about that for a moment. It's just the hard difficulty, you get, I don't know, distant counter. It's still useful, but it's not enough today. Then you clear the lunatic difficulty and you get distant pressure. Still not as good, but it's an improvement. And then in Inferno you get attack speed prime 4, which is really good. Not a meta skill, but it's still really good, can be really useful. And then in the Abyssal difficulty, the last one, the hardest one, you'll get perfect attack speed, which at the time of this recording is a meta skill. And yeah, I think that will be interesting. And of course, if you clear the Abyssal difficulty, you'll get the previous 3 manuals as well, and they will be called Lunatic Manual, Infernal Manual, and yeah, that's the idea about the rewards. Okay, so I made this right now. I have really poor editing skills and I didn't want to invest a lot of time into it, but you can sort of get the idea. I think it will work best if you can only pick one team limitation, because you will make the team revolved around that, instead of adding them up. So for example, if you pick a team composition of the hard difficulty, team that you can only have one movement type, you can only use flyers, for example. And then if you complete Seer Snare, you get distant counter. But if you use only one weapon type, only X's, all the damage you do will be green and will target defense, so it's a little harder. And if you complete Seer Snare with that team, you get distant pressure. And Inferno, for example, if you only use legendary heroes without the pair-up skill, because they are the old ones, they can have as much skills as they want, but they are older units. You get attack speed prime 4. And Abyssal is really fun. You can try different combinations. I did those sometimes. You cannot initiate combat, which means you can only defend, and you have to strategize with your team so that you can only defend. You can't attack, you can't take out dangerous units that have their range on your team. No, you have to tank, and if you initiate combat once, you lose the run. Or if you only have one type of movement and weapon. Okay, let's say you want to use Black Knight, legendary Black Knight, it's a sword armor. You have to use 4 sword armors. It will be more difficult because you will have fewer skills available to you to buy in the mode, and the builds will sort of be like the same. You can't have 4 saviors, so you have to improvise, and you will have to unlock the unit's original skills, so the build can be unpredictable as well. These are really interesting things that you can do, and if you beat the Seer Snare with the abyssal difficulty, you get perfect attack speed. It doesn't have to be these skills. It doesn't have to be, oh, this week's team is distant counter skills. No, this was just an example so we can see. I know perfect attack speed doesn't have distant counter into it. I know. It's just because I have the icon on my PC, and you can put fortifications, I don't know, in abyssal. The idea is that the skill that is available for you to get in abyssal difficulty is a meta skill. Is a very, very sought after skill. This is the idea. Because then people can put those skills in their merge projects, and they will play the game to make those merge projects. Older players like myself who already have tons and tons and tons of combat manuals doesn't know what to do with them. This can be very interesting to make different merge projects, and it can help you build units for the next time Seer Snares come around. Yeah, this is the idea, kinda. I used the Hades background for you guys to get the idea, and I hope I've been clear and explained things properly. I don't know if the idea got through. Yeah, that's the idea. Woo! But okay, this isn't making sense. Seer Snare only comes in like 4 months. It's a really big time between each time the mode runs. My idea is also to make it weekly or bi-weekly, every 2 weeks. A game that is always available for the player. And I know this will probably take more time for IS to do, I don't know, but I think it's really worth it to try and pursue that. Because okay, listen to me. If the first 5 days you're getting the energy, you're clearing 5 stages at a day, let's suppose it starts on Monday, and then you go Monday, the other days of the week, and you finish it by Friday. You'll have Saturday and Sunday, which is the weekend, in which players can spend more time playing the game to try and beat the harder difficulties. It's perfect! And they don't have to create more maps, they just have to make the run harder for the player. So it isn't much more, it isn't much more work, you see, it's not that much work. And if you make it bi-weekly, it's still not as bad, because in the first week the mode can be run as normal as usual, and you go doing the normal phases, normal levels, and okay, you finished it. In the next week, you can spend that entire week planning, upgrading different characters, just to beat the game mode, and get the rewards. So it's not bad. And it's new PvE content for the people that don't like power creep, because in this game mode you won't be playing against a +10 Black Knight, you know? And you can use the older units. This is this can be really cool. Okay, and some other things that I thought about to making this game mode more accessible to new players, because if we are to invite new players into the game, we have to make the most fun game mode available to them as well. So each week or each time the Seer Snares come around, put a banner of 4 characters from the bonus titles. Always a red character, a green character, a blue character, and a colorless character. Really old characters, doesn't have to be new characters, that they can choose and they will pick that character. Just like in Choose Your Legends, where you have the 4 colors and you pick one of the heroes, it's guaranteed. But I mean, put like older heroes. It doesn't have to be new heroes. The game won't break because you give a node character for free. For example, let's suppose the heroes, the bonus titles for Seer Snare that week, or those 2 weeks, is Blazing Blade and, I don't know, Mystery of the Emblem. They release a banner with old characters, not useless old, but old characters that have workable refines, and you can choose between them. It won't break the game if people get, I don't know, Fiora. If you give them a Fiora, it won't break the game. It's okay, I guess. And they can choose which character to get. And let's suppose they have a lot of lances already and they don't have red mages. They can choose Erk and upgrade him to level 40, give him some skills so that he can be used in the game mode. And I think that's a fun way to incentivize people to play more. And I don't know. Yeah. That seems possible to me. You can even mix the characters, like change Layla for, I don't know, Falante and Urk for Bantu, I don't know. Switch them and make a banner that they can choose one of them as 5 stars. It's not a banner that maybe they will get the, they won't spend money to get units to play on the, no. But this will be interesting for new players to get more characters. Because when you're a new player, the thing you want the most is new characters and new teams and new things to do and new types of teams to build. So I think this is perfect. Not perfect, okay, nothing's perfect, but this is a workable idea, come on. Yeah, I think that's all that I had to say. I hope I wasn't too confusing and that I managed to communicate my ideas clearly. This is a video you can go back, you can rewatch it. I'll be responding to comments. Please be kind. I'm not used to doing this kind of thing. I don't have much skill in editing. I didn't want to learn because I already have so much to keep in my head. These are skills that I think are really cool, but I just had to do something. I wasn't going to learn skills and then make a video after I studied weeks of video editing. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, I'll stop justifying myself. I hope this video was good and that you guys liked it. I hope my pronunciation was good enough. And I'm not from an English-speaking country, but I know English. And I learned English through Fire Emblem. And other things, but mostly Fire Emblem. That's really cool. So thank you guys for being here. I hope this message gets to, I guess, maybe, I don't know, another FEHtuber can do a video exploring these ideas, and I won't be mad in the slightest. In fact, I'll be really happy if other FEHtubers expand on this idea, because they have more reach, they have more range, and I won't be like, oh, I gave this idea, I deserve the credit. I don't care about credit. Just make sure that this pops off, I don't know, so that people know this could be a fun thing, and maybe IS can do this in the future, I don't know. Yeah, thanks for being here, and see you next time. And intelligent systems, what I said about credit, it's true. You can get all the ideas I gave to you and you don't need to credit me at all. It's okay, I won't go after you, I just want to see it done, okay? That's what I want the most. For us players to have fun in PvE, to have a rotational PvE mode, and yeah, make it weekly or bi-weekly, please. Snare is so fun. It's so fun. But we only get to play it like between 4 months. It's almost a semester. I mean, why? It's such a fun game mode. Give us more. Yeah, thank you so much and goodbye.